So in today's video, we're doing some thrifting and I'm so excited about it. Thrifting is one of my favorite things to do. So over the next couple days, we'll hit a few spots, see what we can find, and then we'll come back and do a haul of everything. So let's get into it. So I almost always check out the book selection to look for any coffee table books or books I want to read in the future. If you're only looking for decorative books, a tip is to take a peek under the book jacket, because oftentimes the design under there is much cuter than what's on the cover. These couches are gorgeous. I wish I had a use for them. This is crazy. Like, what were you doing with this originally? I feel like I normally find hidden gems kept amongst the glassware, so I always check it out. I'm a sucker for blue and white plates. I feel like a lot of the internet is currently. Look at how tiny this little butter container is. I also always check out the baskets. I almost never buy baskets from like a regular store. I'm always thrifting them. I've been in the market for some coasters, so I found these wooden ones, but they're not for me. This one has a K on it, and I didn't love the style of this other one. This napkin holder was cute though. I'm also always looking for pie and cake servers, so this was a cute one I found, but I ended up leaving it behind. This little tray is adorable. I loved the shape of it. I really loved the color of this glassware, but something about the texture was just throwing me off. There were some bubbles towards the bottom of the glass, and the design sort of had these fake cracks, so it just wasn't for me. The style of this frame caught my eye. I'm not in love with the color, but I did like the shape of it. How stunning is this painting? I wish I had a place to put it. It was just a little bit pricier than I wanted to spend on something that I didn't have a use for at the moment. But I will always check out all of the frames and paintings. They had some really beautiful selections this day. They also had a great selection of lamps this time around. I found a bunch that were in pairs, so they had a couple of different sets of them, which is really uncommon. Any little white plate with some blue detailing, I'm always going to pick up at checkout, so these were another cute one. I was so excited about these espresso cups and plates. I've been looking all over for something like this, so I was really excited to find it. I thought this vase was really interesting. I loved the texture of it. I was really debating bringing this vase home and just doing a DIY to cover up the lemons and design on here, but I just decided against it since it said it was from Marshall's and I felt like I could probably find something better another time. Alright, so now that I'm back home, I wanted to walk you guys through all the things I actually came home with from the thrift store. So the first thing I picked up was this little tray. I really liked the way that this comes to a point on either end. The shape of this is just really beautiful. It's quite small, but I love little dishes like this to just have like as a catch-all tray. It looks to be a brass color, but I don't know that it is actually real brass. There's quite a few little markings on it, so either somebody tried to clean it and didn't do a very good job, or it's not real. But a lot of them are on either the bottom or right in the middle, which will be covered up when I put stuff in it anyways. So I really liked it. I thought it was super cute and I can't wait to style it. So speaking of catch-all trays, I actually picked up another one from a different thrift store. I have this one here, which is also rather small, but I love that style. And I think the stain of the wood is really beautiful. It's quite clean and will work perfectly. If it isn't already apparent, I use catch-all trays all the time. I think that they're perfect to have as little drop zones so that things don't stay cluttered. Everything feels a little bit neater when you're putting it in a little tray. So these are perfect. So the next thing I came home with was this little vase. I thought that the detailing on this vase was really unique. I haven't seen any sort of texture like this. You can listen and hear. It's a bunch of raised little dots. So I loved the texture on it. I have it styled right now with some dried flowers that I was putting right near my bedside. But yeah, it's very simple. Any sort of little vase like this with cute texture or, you know, pattern on it, I'm always gonna grab. So I was really interested in this one and I'm happy I brought it home. Okay, so moving on, I got some frames. I'm always on the lookout for some frames. I'm constantly hanging things on the wall or making gallery walls or gifting frames with pictures in it to people. My husband actually paints, so a lot of times I bring home frames and then I have him paint something to put on the wall. So I'm always on the lookout for frames. So I brought home two this time around. The first one is this red one. So I'm currently working on an entryway makeover and I was really interested in having pops of color. And so I actually found previously some smaller frames in this exact same color wood tone. I thought the red was pretty interesting and would be like a nice pop of color. And so considering I have two other little smaller frames just like this, I wanted to pick this one up because I think it matches perfectly. So these are the smaller ones that I previously thrifted and you can see it's pretty close in color. This is the new one. Yeah, it looks pretty accurate. So I'm glad I got this bigger one to go with this. I won't hang them all together probably. I'm gonna like separate them by a bunch of different frames in between, make it like a big gallery wall. But I just loved the idea of this pop of red. I don't know why. I never really gravitate towards red, but lately I've been leaning towards it. And I think that that's like a safe, easy way to insert a pop of color. So we'll see how that goes. So the other frame that I ended up getting was this large one. I'm not in love with the color of it, but that can always be changed. I just thought the shape of it was really pretty. I just really liked the detailing up here of the gold. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Anytime it has like that sort of little detailing, I'll probably be buying it. But I did really like the edging too, how it's sort of wavy, not so much a scallop, but something along those lines. Like I said, I don't love the color of it, but I'll probably end up changing it. But given it's pretty large and cute otherwise, I figured it would be a good one to grab and bring home. So the next thing I brought home was this cute little espresso set. I brought home 4 of them, so I have 4 plates, 4 cups, and I think that they're really cute. It's like this cream color with gold detailing on both the cup and the plate. I don't know if you could see that. The light is pretty strong. For some reason, it's really hard for me to find espresso cups at my local thrift stores. I found some in the past and usually it's just like a set of 2 or just like one, you know, loose one. So I was really happy to find a set of 4. So I brought them all home. I constantly have people over for espresso or coffee, things like that. So I'm really excited to have these. I will say that we actually did try these already and unfortunately they only hold 1 shot of espresso rather than 2. I feel like that's normally the amount that my Nespresso machine makes. But that's okay. So this will just be for like a light little day that people want espresso and not 2 shots of it. But you know, for 99 cents, I think it's totally worth it. Super cute. And it actually matches some other dishware I already own that has this same sort of cream with gold detailing. So it was like a perfect match. And everybody that comes over and uses them so far has loved it. So love that too. So I've also been on the hunt for some lampshades recently. I'm planning to do a video where I upcycle a bunch of lampshades into different styles and patterns. So I did bring home 2 lampshades. I will say they're nothing special. They're literally just plain lampshades. It's exactly what I was looking for, but I will be doing a project with these, so stay tuned for that. I also picked up this basket. I just really loved the coloring of it. I love a dark shade like this. So I brought this home as well. It can be used as sort of like a little waste basket, but it's kind of wide and I think it might actually be perfect to be turned into a lampshade. So I'll probably end up doing that when I make over all the other lampshades. So that's really exciting. I didn't realize I would be doing that, but I mean, look at it, it looks perfect. So cute. So lastly, I actually picked up some paintings while I was out of state at a flea market. I was visiting some family and we stopped by there, so I did pick some things up. I got a really good deal on it. They're oil paintings. I honestly got both of them for like $15 or it might have even been $10. It was a steal. So I have this one, which is very pretty. I love the painting in this one. The coloring is really beautiful and the frame I feel like complements it a ton. And then the second one is in a similar frame. It's a little bit different. and the painting is obviously entirely different. I'm not sure that I love this painting in this frame. I feel like the coloring doesn't really match super well. So worst case, I will have my husband paint something different and put that in as a replacement and find a new home for this one. But for $10, $15 to get both of these, such a steal. So I am very happy about that. And wooden frames, can't go wrong. So that wraps up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed coming thrifting with me and seeing all the pieces that I end up bringing home. If I left some pieces behind that you liked, I am so sorry, but it's probably not gonna be there if I go back. But let me know what your favorite was, and I'll see you guys in my next video.